What's up, viewers? Mr.C Racing back at it today, bringing back to you another Gran Turismo video. We're going to be in Sardinia doing the race B. It was from a couple days ago, beginning of the month, and we're going to be racing in the G70. This is my first time racing this car and this track, and in an online hopper. I decided not to qualify, jumped in this race at the last moment, and I do have my assists on for this race, but throughout this video I am going to be turning off my braking zone assist, trying to take this game a little more seriously, play it as it's supposed to be played. And as someone commented on my last video, it'll be better once I take these assists off. You'll feel a lot more confident, and you might most likely will be faster. So cheers to that guy making that comment, and took it to heart. Start turning these bad boys off. Here we are coming into a sharp right. We see a lot of people running off on the left side of the track, able to collect a couple positions. And throwing down the anchors. I'm just trying to stick with the pack right now. Since I don't know this track, I'm relying fully on what the people in front of me are doing. Trying to mimic what they're doing, but then also trying to adjust my driver line so I don't hit them, and if they're hitting the wall, so that I don't. And it's a little easier said than done. Here we are, coming to this braking zone. Guy right there just forgets to brake. Love it. Ramming that guy into oblivion. And then we're able to collect 2 positions out of that, so cheers to him. Chasing a Canadian in front of us. This corner here. I do really enjoy how they tell you the nationality of the people that you're playing against. It is pretty entertaining. Fun to see everyone else come together in this game, where everyone's playing from. Going by the Canadian in the Twix car. Great livery. Up behind the American in the Atenza. That seemed to be the best card for this track. I didn't look at the leaderboards. And then once I put down the qualifying time, I did find first. We're going to end up getting sandwiched between these 2 Tenzas. Scrub off some time. I'll give the guy in front of me a boost, and the guy behind me loses a couple positions. Kind of just leaves me stranded out here. We have a Honda off on the left side of the track with the smoking engine. And from that collision in the T1, I have front bumper damage on my my front right, front and rear, and it eventually goes away. I didn't understand that was going to happen in this game. I figured it was, oh, you have damage, you need to go in pits. But as you can tell right then, my front bumper damage went away, and a little foreshadowing there. That's going to happen again, and I'm going to make the wrong call. So I ended up collecting another position. The guy hit the wall, scrubbed off some time for himself, and then I was able to ghost out another one. Coming into this braking zone, braked a little early, applied the gas a little early, a little sloppy, losing time. Guy behind me, another Canadian, and another Atenza. Seems like everyone's driving constantly. He'll be on my butt throughout this whole race. I do end up cutting this race a little short because the middle laps get kind of boring, but he eventually does pass me, and I'm able to use him as a little in-race coach, following his lines. Looks like the Lamborghini in front of us got a really bad run out of it. It's always funny passing a Lamborghini Genesis. Who would have thought? See you, buddy. We'll have the lead. I guess not the lead. We'll have 5th place. Coming into the first corner, trying to hit a braking point right around that 100 board. Down to 3rd gear. Eat a little bit of the inside curb, so I could have braked a little later. Trail broke into that corner to give myself some more rotation. And then we're going to skip ahead here. So this is the penultimate corner of the final lap. As you see, the Canadian in the Atenza that was sitting behind us for the last lap is in front of us now. I've been following him for about a lap now. he definitely had a lot better racing line than I did around this track, so he was a big guy to follow. We're able to collect 6th position coming off of this. This is our first race for Daily Race B, and we're up 8 positions. I mean, that's pretty good. I was feeling pretty good. I got my confidence up. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do some qualifying. So here I am. I select a ghost. I don't know if you guys do this too, but I like to go to the global leaderboard. I pick one of the top 10. I know it's unrealistic that I'm going to be, matching their speed, but I like to see how they drive. And then I'm here. I'm going to be turning off my braking area assist. I'm keeping my corner markers, and I'm keeping my drive line. All right, jumping into this qualifying session right here. It's going to be pretty quick. I'm going to skip ahead throughout this lap to save us some time, but I'm able to set a 153, I believe, or 154. It wasn't that great of a lap, but it was able to put me in second, so 154.8. Second race here at Sardinia. Starting in second. Put down a pretty good qualifying time. Following the Huracan into turn 1. I noticed that the Brazilian boys here are usually pretty quick. Quicker than the Americans. I'm going to try and change that. See if I can. Turned in way too early. Bouncing my car all over the exit. I'm not putting together a good effort here. Brake a little too early on that as well. Hit the apex. But on this one I brake too early and turn in too early. And I'm all over the curves and grass. Fun fact, that is not the fastest line. And then coming into here, I brake a little early. I'm on the gas way too early. And I go straight to the wall. And I pick up right wheel damage, right front, and damage to my front bumper. And I, a noob at this game, clearly, did not realize that this damage goes away. And I do something very stupid, which is that I go into the pits at the end of this lap. And I have to say, I feel stupid about it. I feel really stupid about it. And to be totally honest with you guys, throughout the remainder of this lap, in my mind, I had convinced myself that my car was slower than everyone else's, that I still had damage, and that my car was so slow that I had to go in the pits. I didn't bother checking to see if the damage had repaired itself. Yeah, that's going to be how this race went. Not that good at all. Once we go in the pits here, it's just so shameful. Clearly, I have no clue what I'm doing in this game. All right, we're gonna skip ahead. We don't need to see the rest of that race. I was able to put down a better qualifying time. You see 153, and I'm starting at pole position, boys. We made it. Oi, up at the top. Can't bring me down from here. Coming to the T1. Gotta remember I can brake later than I typically can at this point. They were braking on the 50 board. Still a little early, but luckily able to keep my line and power out strong. Build some distance to the guy behind me. He really looks like he screwed up there. And cutting out the remainder part of that first lap, I was able to pull away from him. Let's see here, about 2.5 seconds. And then this lap here is going to be my fastest in-race lap that I was able to do. And I was pretty proud of this. So hitting my braking point there, feeling really good on the exit, and then powering straight out, following the drive line, keeping my foot down to the pedal, and then slowly braking, hitting the curb a little bit, coming in, touch the curb on the inside, power out, get a quick shift into the third. I should have been in third going throughout that. I wasn't. And then late braking, turning in, correcting a little bit, and then getting on the gas, and then powering it straight through this more or less straight section. Little bend. Keeping on the right side here, this is going to be the faster line here. Straight line from A to B, if you will. Hitting the 100 board, putting down the anchors, getting it down to the second, let the car roll, and back on the gas. And then here we are. Full gas, full pedal to the metal throughout this whole section. Into fourth, into fifth, a little bit of the brakes, brush it, bring it in, just riding the outside on the grass. That could be a little neater. We definitely lost some tenths there. And then braking after the 100 board, somewhere around like 75 meters, and touching the inside. So I did shave some time there too. The guy behind me went a little more wide than I did, so there you go. And then just keeping your foot in the middle, all the way coming through right here as well. Full throttle all the way through. And we're able to put down a 154.1. And here we are. We're going to be rounding out the final lap of this race. I finally hit that turn right there. That felt so good. Getting that turn right. Oh, God. That's nice. I think I hit the wall here, too. Oh, no, I don't. That was great. What a beautiful line. Look at me go. Look at me go, boys. It's like I'm a master at this game. All it took was 2 races. 3 races. Okay. I was in the pits for one of them. Yeah. Anyway, I was able to convert a podium to a podium. Woo! And I collected my 3 stars, as you always do. Pole position, fastest lap, and a clean race. There you go, boys. This was a great race. I had a lot of fun with this one. Let me know if you guys like this content, and if I should keep the Gran Turismo videos coming. As always, boys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.